intro.
Alright, man, we got Getting Tuned podcast. It's Dre here. Got my guy Brendan here. How you doing, man?
What's good, brother? Thanks for having me on.
Long time, man.
Appreciate it. Yeah, we missed each other a couple
Yeah,
times, man. But
It's been late.
thanks for rocking with me, bro.
Yeah, man.
Not many people
Yeah.
know who I am. You know, I'm just the man behind the scenes.
Oh wow.
So.
I don't know. I don't think I found a joke. I don't know how I found it. I just found you. I don't know. Oh, he's a king. Okay. I just hit you up and I was like, okay, cool.
I get a tag here and there, you know.
Yeah.
So
Very low key though.
low key, man behind the scenes. This is actually my first ever on camera.
Yeah. Oh wow. Okay. Oh, it's exclusive.
It's the first. It's the first. You heard it here first.
It's exclusive. So how you got into the camera thing? Like, what made you want to do that?
So my old man is a videographer as well, so it's a bit of a family trait. You know, he worked at CNN for mad years and whatnot. So basically, when I came like 14 years old, the only thing I could really do was assist and edit. But I didn't really fit with his company. You know, like there was never really a place for me there. So kind of gave me a chip on my shoulder, which I grabbed the camera off the shelf and walked out the door. And just really went and did it on my own. So
you fell in love with it after that.
Absolutely. So I definitely went in and after that, basically, it all took like a crazy turn because I worked in corporate and advertising for a bit, thinking that like I wanted a 9 to 5, the stability. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like I thought that that's what I want. Oh, that sounds good. 40 grand salary, like that's it. All benefits. Like. And not shitting on that kind of stuff at all because, it's a security blanket for sure, but
there's more opportunities out there though.
Exactly, and every day that I wasn't creating something, I kind of felt like a piece of me was missing. So over time, there was a big struggle. I just left my corporate job, I had like no income. Tried to rock with my pops a little bit. He gave me some PA work here and there, but $200 a day isn't enough. So like you just, I just picked up and there's this group, I'll tell everyone out there that's trying to do this, it's called NYTV People. Get in it, it's a closed group, and that's where I got the job at State of the Culture, so every day I would develop this regime and, I was freelancing, doing camera work and doing everything that I needed to do to stay alive. I messed with Fetty Wap a little bit and that gave me my first music video look that allowed me to do other looks, start learning about the sponsorship bag, but, then what really bridged the gap was this group I was just telling you about because there's just producers from HBO, MTV, CNN, all the major outlets, Netflix, Amazon Studios, you name it, Revolt TV, like you name it, they're in there and they're looking for people with crew, right? So they're in a position where they're like, shit, I got this project, I need really talented people, but like, you go through word of mouth, like who do you know, and that only goes so far, so they put out this blast and it gives everyone the opportunity. It's like a casting call for crew. It's a crew call. And, I developed this email that was super professional and a reply that I did to everyone. And it just started clicking and people were like, oh, this sounds good. You know what I mean? So, and it took me a while to tweak that and fine tune it to exactly what people not wanted to hear, but needed to hear to feel comfortable with me before they even know me. Include links to my work, sound professional, like that whole thing. So, then the executive producer formerly on State of the Culture, Lyra Perez, she was the one who saw that and was like, wow, it spoke to me because I had all the credits from my pops. He did like the Late Show and stuff like that. So it was talk show credits. But then I had all my own resume, which was like straight music video, Fetty Wap, Dave East, Styles P, like go through the list, like I've done a few. So Jadakiss, you name it, and that really morphed, and that was the genesis of where I'm at right now because, they wanted someone with talk show background, who knew how to put together a 5-camera talk show, but also, was in tune and akin with the culture a bit, and being a white dude in black TV, is a very, unique standpoint, but, for me, it's something that I've always, as a kid, I was just always rap music, it was never anything else, like, and I don't know why, I couldn't tell you how, but I'll tell you, like, that's, I connect with it, and I found passion for it, and the people in it, so, and, I gotta tell you, from working on both sides of the fence here, that, black TV is way better working than your traditional archaic media structure because everyone's so genuine. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Everyone
That works well. If you're a gentleman, that means everything works well. Yeah,
exactly. And I always try to make sure that I give it the respect that it needs, and and although I work in it, it's not exactly yeah. So it's just for me, making sure that I respect what I do.
That's what. How many years?
So it's been like 14 years now.
Yeah, he's around my age, y'all. Like, I'm 28.
And 28. Yeah.
That's crazy.
But it's when it's something you love, you don't work a day, right?
Yeah, you don't. Yeah.
But it wasn't until like 3-4 years where it really started upticking, and moving towards this. And when I came into this role, I had no idea that Joe Budden, who's now a mentor and a friend of mine, was sitting there watching me for the pull-up because he was just watching how I move, and I took the opportunity and I ran with it. Because this is what I've been waiting for my life. I'm like, this is it. I love hip hop, rap, etc. Like that's what I breathe. And for me to direct the show was one thing, but then season 2, when Joe tapped me and his boy, his manager Ian. So let me pick that up again. So come season 2, when Joe Budden and his manager and executive producer Ian Schwartzman, approached me about directing the pull-up, I was just taken aback because I'm like, I thought this was the dream, you know what I mean? But it really is
expanded,
and it's really and it's really just humbling because I'm sitting there giving it my all, for State of the Culture every day in and day out, and the people we have on the show are so amazing. And then for him to see that, respect that in real time, and that lead to another show like The Pull-Up, which has so much impact on the culture, was, people love it. It's right up there with Elliott Wilson and Rap Radar. They're competing. They've blazed a new trail for what it means to be, a post-career, rap artist. You know what I mean? Or a rap producer, or a rap executive, or a hip hop executive. It's really changed what the mold is, because you've only seen that in the NFL, right? Go be a quarterback, wide receiver, you're good enough for TV, they'll put you behind a desk and you'll talk about the show and chop it up. And now look, Joe took that same script, flipped it on its head,
and the rap game.
And that's it.
That's true.
And invented the podcast. So, just having them trust me with their vision, you know what I mean? It's more than I could ever dream. Exactly.
That's a big cosign. That means a lot, though, man. That means a lot. So how's it like working with Joe, though? Like, how was it? How your experience been?
Dude, Joe is he's a visionary, man. And every time you think you got the man figured out, he comes out of the box with 3 different ways to Sunday that he's taking over the world. And I'm like, let me just hang on right here because keep doing what I need to do because, he's got mogul. He's got the mogul trajectory right now, and right now what we're doing together, underneath them with their vision, it's paving the way to the future, in media. Like, people are looking to the model and seeing that, no longer do you need a traditional network to produce your own content. Here you are sitting right now, living proof of like the ripple effects of the power of one man, so, and for Joe, when Joe's sitting there eats, like 50 to 100 other people are eating coincidentally. You know what I mean? Like, each episode that you see of State of the Culture is 40 plus people, so each episode of The Pull-Up is 15 plus people, and not only are you spreading positivity, awareness, messaging, but, you're also enabling other people to follow their dreams and do what they love, and then
he made me do this.
And you were at the summit, right?
Yeah. It's inspiring, man.
It really is, brother. And I think just more people need to. I'm a big advocate for basically owning your own business, right? Following your dream and figuring out how you can make that profit for you. Because that's what I learned is that you'll be miserable your whole life doing something that you're just okay with.
Yeah, man.
And you might get by.
Someone else.
Exactly. But when you do what you love and you figure out how to make that, but very important emphasis is on how you make that profitable for you, how you make that bag work for you. Because at the end of the day, a lot of people might chase something that doesn't have the back end to it, you know. So like podcasts are so exciting because all you need is the eyeballs, right? All you need is a good story and a good message, and what you guys are doing is just the future because people no longer want to listen to just, you know, a talking head on TV telling you what's good with life, you know. There's so many different perspectives and lenses to see the world through that without going out there and listening to it, and your take and Joe's take and Rory Mall's take, like everyone's gonna have a different take, you know what I mean? And because their lens is different, their experience is different, but all of so more valid, you know. So, and like you were telling me, with you got what, Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal,
YouTube.
all these amazing platforms for us to create and
Have the world
broadcast
listen.
on.
Have the world listen to that. That's dope. That's dope, man. What's up, man?
So yeah, you saw the studio here?
Yeah, beautiful, man. I was excited. Like, wow, it's a nice space, man.
So this is where we shoot City of the Culture, and you know, we're working on some more content for Joe. So stay tuned for it.
Wow.
Can't
announce it.
You can't announce it. I'm way above my pay grade. You know, I'll lose my job real quick for spilling any type of beans. But
so, are y'all doing with season 3 right now? City of Culture.
Yeah, so we shoot in typically like 10 block episodes, right? So we'll go 2A, 2B. So we're in season 2B right now.
Okay.
So yeah, season 3, maybe some changes coming up. I'm not sure, but you know, all positive changes.
Exactly.
You know, better sets, better. You know, we'll increase the visual flair of it. You know, we'll maybe even go 4K.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we got the capacity here. It's my daily battle. I'm like 4K. So like,
wow.
No, they're rocking with me though. So we're getting with it. And
so you have a team. Like how many people you have? Like about like 10.
For which?
Like just a team. Like each show you produce or direct whatever. Do you have the same team? Like,
yeah, I typically have like the same 10 people that I need to rock, like a core number of 10, right? So you got, for any TV show like this, even if you're shooting a pilot for free, there's like 3 camera operators, right?
Okay.
Then you need your 1 assistant camera operator. You need your sound engineer. There's 5, right?
Okay.
Then you got me, your producer. You know, typically our girl Michelle, holla at you.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she's awesome. You know, and. You know, so there's those core essentials, then you need some PAs, always good hands, who are passionate and want to be there and help create, because everyone's a valuable part. And then it spans up from there, you know. So if you want a jib, you want a steady cam, you know, you need a camera car on a crane, like, you know.
It's a lot.
So it depends what the day calls for.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But
that's cool, man.
But that's it.
Yeah, man.
That's how we rock it.
That's it, man. I'm just like, I ain't gonna lie, I'm living the moment right now, you feel me? Like, it's just, like, cause it's just all a dream, you feel me? Like, and just everything just happening for me, like, you know what I mean? Like, I work hard, like, so it's just, I appreciate you giving me the opportunity, man. Like,
brother, I was a little apprehensive about this because, like I told you, I'm the man behind the camera. But when you was telling me what you're trying to do, any way I can help someone further progress, you know what I mean, level up in any way, you know, that's what I do. So
I'm down for that.
like, more importantly than anything, the favorite thing that I do is put other people on. Okay. You know, like, that's why I feel like God put me on this earth, was that, all right, he gave me these skills, which allow me to provide for myself and help other people provide for them, you know, and that's what really keeps me going, is helping other people improve their lives.
That makes you feel good at the end of the day.
Beat the system, you know what I mean? Like, and that's why I drop the knowledge of NYTV people, because hopefully whoever sees this, there's one person out there that goes, types it in, like, oh shit, there's all this money to be made out of here.
And people don't know that. People need this information.
Even if you're a PA, whatever you are, gaffer, sound engineer, cameraman, DP, it doesn't matter. This is like, it's like the Craigslist for professionals in the industry, and for real, and actually when I found that shit, it was just because some girl on a set I was working with, like, back when I was like 18, was sitting there like all on that, and I
was curious.
I'm curious, and I wrote that shit down, and I scooped it out, and I just kept with it, and for like, even like, I'd say like a first year or two, like maybe I get one here and there, but it wasn't like that. When you fine tune that script, and it comes correct, you know, that shit hits different, and people want to fuck with it, and when you find that one that worked, If you need help, hit me up. I'll help you find tune that shit, yo.
DMC TV, man.
Facts, bro. But you know what it is, man. Thanks for coming out, bro. I wish you many,
man.
many
Thank you,
blessings.
man.
Much luck. God bless,
man.
brother.
I'm out, man.
Peace.